And then with no issue whatsoever, he sees my elbow there and he just went, chock. And I went, no.
Oh, clever.
I feel like I've earned the right to say such words, so.
That is a chess move right there. That is a chess move. So today I wanted to check out a comedian a lot of you guys had suggested in comments, and that comedian's name is Jim Jefferies. I have definitely heard of Jim Jefferies before. I saw his very controversial stand-up about control. Oh, sorry, it's too early on in the video to say that word, so pew, pew, control. It's actually hilarious if you ever want to go check it out. But today I wanted to check out a video called Airplane Etiquette, and this called to me because I never get more stressed out and anxious than I do when I'm traveling on an airplane. I always see people who are like, oh, love to travel, love to travel. And I do enjoy being in the places and doing the things, but the actual being on the airplane stresses me out more than I can say. I have my own rules about airplane etiquette. One of the most important ones is if you're on a flight that's less than 2 hours, don't put your seat back, unless it's the middle of the night. Otherwise, you're just infringing upon the other person's tiny amount of space, and it's just annoying. Also, if you have a child, headphones. Headphones for what the child is watching. So many parents have their little tablets or iPads, and they don't give the kid headphones. Additionally, let's dose them up with a little bit of coffee medicine, you know. It's good. Good job.
Go to sleep.
Also, just, you know, when the people who play with their tray, that's attached to my back. You can put the tray up, you can put the tray down, you can get the things you need in the pocket, but don't be doing it the whole flight, because that's attached to my back. I feel strongly about airplane etiquette, so I think this is going to be an interesting video. Before I get into it, do be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, the next time you leave your house, your hair is going to go on fire. That seems oddly specific, but it will happen if you don't like, share, comment, and subscribe. Leave your suggestions for Irish curses for not subscribing in the comments below. I do run out of them sometimes.
This is your bad language warning. There's very bad language. Warning.
Let's tell some stories. Yeah.
He always sounds drunk.
This first story. The first bit of this story you should already know. In the same way that you know things like, don't kill people, try not to rape. When you're on an airplane, there's a thing called plane etiquette, and it goes like this. Window gets an armrest and a wall.
Yes.
Middle gets 2 armrests.
Yes.
Aisle gets an armrest and a little bit of extra leg. We're not fucking animals, we live in a society.
Rules.
So I was on a flight from Los Angeles to Houston, and I had the middle seat, and that sucks balls.
Really does.
So I'm sitting there with 2 armrests. Next to me is a petite young lady, she's doing her job, armrest wall, I'm in the middle, 2 armrests. Sitting next to me here is a great big black man who's as gay as the day is long. He sits down next to me, and we do the niceties. Hello, hello. And then with no issue whatsoever, he sees my elbow there, and he just went, chock. And I went, no, I'm pretty upset, but he's a big fucking guy, and it's a long flight, so there's no need to get into an argument, so
Okay, I have actually been in this position before when I've been in the middle seat and I had the 2 armrests, and there was a big man and he came beside me. Like, he tried to actually out elbow me. Like, he put his elbow beside my elbow, which, first of all, I do not like touching people. I don't know, like, I have a thing, I don't have like a major thing, like, I'm not obsessive compulsive, but I really dislike touching people. I don't know, so that bothered me. But then he tried to keep pushing my arm off, and I just actually went, took out my headphones, and I said, excuse me, do you mind, you're pushing my arm off the armrest? And I think he did not expect that from a little girl. He didn't expect it, and he was like, oh, sorry. I was like, damn right. And that was a big thing for me, because I'm not usually confrontational, but yeah, I like, nipped it in the bud.
I have that argument that you have in your head where the other person doesn't know you're having an argument. Where you're like, you're a fucking asshole. And if you said this, then I would say, well, good sir, I think you're mistaken, right? So I sit there festering for like 45 minutes, and eventually the air stewardess comes with a drink cart. Now, why I'm on air stewardesses, right? whenever you watch a movie set in the 60s and they show air stewardesses, or an old TV show, that show like Pam Am or something, they always depict air stewardesses as these hot young things with a pillbox hat and a little bun and big tits and a small waist and holding a bag going, no, no. I don't think any of those women have retired.
So?
This thing was just being propped up by the drink cart.
Thing.
50 years of recycled air had made her skin drip off her skull like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I have to point out, like, when I am on an airplane, I have to bring a skin mist, a moisturizing skin mist. So my friends slag me off, they're like, Diane's gonna dry out. I'm literally like, no, I do need my skin mist because I will shrivel up and die.
She comes up, the guy reaches over for his drink and his pretzels, armrest open, bang, I'm back in. And I'm not fucking going anywhere either. He puts all of his things down in his tray and he goes to put his elbow back, but he fucking can't, can he? He can't, because there's a wall there called Jim Jefferies and he can't fucking move it, right? And he's pushing, and I'm acting like I can't feel it, like this, but casual like. Then he gets his fist like this and his hand like that, and he's pushing really hard back. And I'm trying to do that casual.
Oh my God. That's aggressive.
But he's much bigger than me, and eventually I have to give in. I just went chock.
Oh, no. No.
So I turned to him
that, Jim.
and said what needed to be said. Why are you such a cunt? Now, I understand that word in this country isn't as popular as maybe it should be. People were freaking the fuck out. They were going, he just said it, I heard him say it.
Oh, American plane.
Called that man a C-bomb, I heard him say it, Bob. Called the man a C-bomb, Bob. And he was shocked as well. He turned to me and went, excuse me, what did you just call me? But in for a penny, in for a pound, right? And I was there going, a cunt, sir. I called you a cunt. And he said, are you upset because you're trying to take my armrest? And I went, you don't know plane etiquette. Window gets an armrest and a wall. Middle gets two armrests. Aisle gets an armrest and a little bit of extra leg. We're not fucking animals. We live in a society.
High five.
And the people that initially hated me agreed with me, like, he is right about that. That is true.
Yeah, it is
that
true.
That is true. We do live in a society.
A society.
And he went, oh, I'm only taking the back of the armrest. You can have the rest of the armrest. And I went, you take the back, you take the whole fucking thing. No one gives a fuck about the front of the armrest. No one's ever gone, thanks for the front of the armrest. I said, it's not just that you're taking my armrest. Your elbow has come over the armrest and it's digging into my rib cage. And he said, well, maybe if you lost some weight. I know. I was gobsmacked. I didn't know what to fucking say. I just turned to her and went, you bitchy queen. Now everyone on the plane has lost their fucking shit. The movie can fuck off, mate. No one's watching the fucking movie. I'm the entertainment now.
Accurate.
The air stewardess comes running back on her walker. She comes up to us and she goes, what's going on here? And I said, I want this fucking asshole away from me. And she said, sir, this is not the situation to be swearing in. I went, yes, it is. We're having a fight. And she went, well, there's no need for name calling. I called the guy bitchy queen, so I sort of get what she's saying. And I turned to her and said, you know what? You're right. There is never a need for name calling. But as a proud gay man myself,
oh, clever.
I feel like I've earned the right to say such words. So
that is a chess move right there. That is a chess move.
She apologized. The gay guy knows I'm fucking lying. He's fagging the fuck out, just...
I can't believe he said that.
And the air stewardess went, can everyone calm down? What's the problem here? And he went, he's trying to take my armrest. And the air stewardess went, everyone knows the middle gets 2 armrests. And I went, see? She goes, I'm gonna have to break you 2 up. And she points to the man and said, sir, you're going to have to find a seat at the back of the plane. I'm victorious. I stand up. I bash my head on the thing. I point at the man and I went, get to the back of the plane. Now, a lot of people on that plane hadn't seen the rest of the argument. All they have seen is me pointing at a black man, yelling, get to the back of the plane. Things got real awkward real fucking quick.
Sure.
I didn't know what I'd done yet. People were yelling at me, calling me a racist, and I was like, I know, but how do you know? Then a guy threw a bag of peanuts at the back of my head and said, sit down, you limey bastard. And I was like, that's the British. I'm Australian, you fucking racist.
That escalated quickly.
Which would have made a lot of sense if being British or Australian was a race and not a nationality.
Oh, yeah. People get that so mixed up. It's so annoying. It's not the same thing.
At that stage, I was clutching at straws, really. So, I go sit back down in his old chair. We got the empty seat between us. Me and the girl pounded out.
Nice.
Now, later on the flight, I'm walking up the back of the plane to the toilet.
Oh, why would you?
And I want to see the guy, because I want to go.
Go to the other one.
And I get all the way to the back of the plane. I don't see him anywhere. I'm about to go in the toilet, and then I see his leg around the corner. There were no more seats. This is a full flight. He's sitting in the air stewardess's landing seat that folds down with a seatbelt over the top like he's in a fucking go-kart. I put my head around the corner. I went, no armrest here, dickhead. And the air stewardess went, you get back to your seat.
Oh,
and ran
my
away
God.
like a child, like.
Too funny, though.
So, for landing, I go sit back down in his old seat. Now, the air stewardess seat is taken, so she's taking my old seat in the middle, and she fucking hates me. And I'm taking both armrests.
I can imagine.
And as we're landing, the guy over the aisle leans over and goes, excuse me, you're Jim Jefferies, right? And I'm like, yeah, man, how you doing? And he went, I had no idea you were gay.
Oh, no. Long game.
Fucking yeah, man. I like cock.
Oh, that was funny. It definitely is not the most politically correct, but it's funny. It's funny. It's a funny joke. Joke. Ha ha ha. Funny. I don't know. I just enjoy Jim Jefferies. That was brilliant. And I so empathize with that feeling. I so empathize with that feeling. These are the members of Squad. These guys have a hangout with me every single month on Patreon and also with Chewie, more importantly. Every month we sit down on Skype, usually before a video, sometimes at the weekend, and we have a big chat about life and everything going on with the channel and stuff like that. And it's really good for not only them, but also me. I sometimes feel a little selfish when I'm doing it because I'm like, I'm getting so much out of this in the sense that I get such good community feedback from these guys. So I just want them to know I really, really, really appreciate you. It's a highlight of my month every month. Thank you guys. You're awesome. That's it for today. See you on the other side. Bye. I'm super paranoid because last time I did a video, I left a washing line at the back and everybody just commented on there was a man standing behind me in the window. So sorry about that, it was just my laundry. Jesus Christ. Are you going to explode? You're very loud. That's not a happy noise, is it? Are you a little sausage dog? Usually I get him to come over, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today.